going on a table.
But I do apologize for wasting anybody's time, except mine.
Yeah, there's no one on Zoom right now, so.
I'm surprised.
Monitor it as well, I go there. Yep.
Well, I guess we'll get right to the meeting unless anybody has anything else, and then we'll work on anything again. But, so this is the 2026 annual meeting of the Plymouth Village Water and Sewer District. I'll call the meeting to order. And where's our clerk? Barbara? Do you have the results of the election?
You have them right in front of you, but then...
Oh. Okay. I'm not sure, there's arrows and everything here, but...
So the first person declined and the second person
Oh,
accepted.
that's for the moderator.
Oh, for the moderator, okay.
Do you have the...
Does he have a watch?
Yes,
Do you wanna-
it's on there too.
Oh.
Okay.
You don't have them both on.
Declined, and so Woody Garber is the one that...
Yes.
Okay, so Woody Garber was selected as, well, voted in as the moderator, won that with 4 votes. And on the backside, I don't know.
No, right at the bottom.
Oh, the bottom.
Yep.
For the commissioner, there were 387 ballots cast, and Philip Heyman was the winner with 355 votes.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Okay, so it's Philip Heyman and you're Malik Heyman.
Both.
Both, okay. Do your votes count twice?
They do sometimes.
Good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was Article 1 was the big election the other day. And Article 2 is the Fairgrounds Road Water Distribution and Sewer Collection System Improvements.
Point of order.
Yes.
Pledge of allegiance.
Oh, thank you. Here's the flag over there. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anything else I should be doing before I start?
Nope, you're all set. You're all set.
Meeting minutes from last year?
What's that?
Meeting minutes from last year? Do we need to approve those?
No, we don't.
No.
We don't, okay.
I think the board takes a look at them, probably. And you're on the board. Okay, so we're at Article 2, Fairgrounds Road Water Distribution and Sewer Collection System Improvements. To see if the district will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $7 million for the purpose of repairing and replacing water, $5 million for water distribution improvements, and sewer, $2 million for sewer collection improvements on Fairgrounds Road, and to authorize the issuance of not more than $7 million of bonds or notes in accordance with the provision of the Municipal Finance Act, RSA 33, and to authorize the commissioners to issue and negotiate such bonds or notes and to determine the rate of interest thereon. To authorize the commissioners to expend such monies as they become available and to pass any vote relating thereto, and furthermore, to authorize the commissioners to apply for, receive, and expend other federal and state grants that may become available. The commissioners recommend this appropriation. This is going to be a paper ballot. Are you presenting anything?
Yes, I do have a few slides, if that's okay.
Yeah, now would be the time to do
Okay.
that, I think.
Yeah.
Before we vote.
On the television, if you want to turn around, that would be great. So this evening I'll be talking about primarily three warrant articles for district infrastructure projects. And I'll just give a little background of our presentation tonight. So we're going to go over the current projects that we have in the pipeline and the projects needed that are on the ballot tonight. And we'll have talk about some of the funding that goes along with them. So a little bit of background. Here's a map of our village district. We are proud to announce that we have 2 new drinking water wells as of December that were installed over in Holderness and then piped back to the Plymouth side where they're treated and introduced to the distribution system. So we've had some positive feedback thus far on the water quality, has been much improved. It's non-detect for some of the natural elements that we see, iron and manganese, that impact the water, as well as the sodium and chloride because it's farther away and protected from the highway. So that's great news. So a little bit of background. Proud to announce also that the district has secured over $13.3 million in grants to support our community. About $3.5 million to construct the Holderness wells that we just talked about. $4.2 million for water and sewer improvements to Highland, Reservoir Road, and Russell Street and Emerson Street. And $5.5 million for water and sewer improvements on Main Street, upgrades to pump station number 1, which is the pump station right across the driveway here from the office, and septic improvements at the wastewater plant. So these grants help keep water and sewer flowing to our homes and businesses while supporting stable user rates for everyone. So we're very proud that we're able to secure this on behalf of the ratepayers in Plymouth. And then some of the background, going all the way back to 2014, we started on an asset management plan effort. We did some work on Foster Street. We completed several of the projects that we just talked about the grant funding for, and we're moving on and starting some new projects. So coming up for construction this spring will be Highland Street. We'll be replacing the water from Main Street up to Reservoir Road and Old Ward Bridge. And we'll be repaving and finishing off Reservoir Road and Emerson Street as part of that project. So we've made some great progress over the last couple of years. The next projects will be focusing on Langdon Park Road and Bailey Road as part of the Main Street project that didn't get funded. So we are continuing with that. And then also looking at Avery Street, Cumming Street, and Pleasant Street to replace some of the sewer and water mains over there. And on top of that, we are also doing a wastewater treatment plant. We're expanding our solar array. So we're going up to about 60% offset of our total annual electric bill. And we have a grant for 50% of $500,000 on that project from the state. Again, last year we passed several warrant articles. Some of them are in design. Our low pressure service zone water storage tank. We've secured about a $1 million grant from the Northern Borders Regional Commission for that project. And we just submitted applications to our congressional delegation for congressional direct spending for those. And we plan to apply for state revolving loan funds later this summer as well. Like Foster Street water well replacement can move forward now that we have our new wells online. That well is original 1951, and it's never been essentially placed offline in all these years. So that well needs some much needed upgrades, and we're working on the design and permitting for that. We are also working on a wastewater master plan, which will involve the wastewater treatment facility, as well as a collection system study for inflow and infiltration, so water coming from the ground and stormwater potentially getting into our system. We had passed last year electrical and HVAC improvements to the wastewater plant and solids handling improvements. Currently we're still seeking funding for those, so as we promised, we're not going to move forward with those until we find favorable funding that keeps our rates stable. And then we also have a headworks and influent pump station improvements as well. So project needs, so article number 2 here, this is for Fairgrounds Road. It's about a 6,600 linear foot section of 1951 water main. It's 10-inch cast iron within our low pressure zone. And we had 2 major water main breaks near the Route 25 Cloverleaf area in 2001 and 2014. The 2014 break took out a 60-foot section of water and sewer in that area, and it's on the steep bank kind of coming down off the hill near the overpass of Route 25. So it's a critical area. This project will get us main coming from about the Foster Street intersection up to the intersection with Fairgrounds Road on Main Street, and then down Fairgrounds Road to the intersection of Cooksville and Beach Hill Road. Like I said, there's also fire flow and hydraulic deficiencies, and this is also the main feed line to our water tank. So from the Foster Street treatment plant to our water tank on Reservoir Road, this is one of our main arteries, so it's important that this be upgraded and replaced. So like we said, there's also the hazard mitigation plan also identifies landslide hazards just east of the cemetery. There's a steep slope there, so our lines are nearby in that road and we need to protect them. And also accommodating potential future expansion along the Fairgrounds Road corridor. Like I said, the funding for this project is a total of $7 million, about $5 million for water and $2 million for sewer. We'll begin searching for funding for this project as soon as we have the authorization to proceed tonight. And if there's any questions, we can take questions. If not, you can proceed with the vote.
Okay. Any questions? Jason?
I have.
Yes, Jason.
So I know you said you're going to look for grant funding for this. If grant funding isn't secured, is this project still going to move forward?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
We didn't say how much, but we like to have a full funding package, and we'll evaluate the amount of grant funding would be needed to keep our rates stable. Yep.
Any other questions? Hearing none, we'll bring Article 2 to a vote.
I move Article 2.
Oh, good,
Second.
thank you. I usually have a list of things I'm supposed to do, and I'm going blind, but
No, we don't.
is it, so Article 2 has been moved and seconded. We have a paper ballot vote on this one.
The blue one.
The blue one? Okay. And everybody know what to do? It's going to be the blue ballot. And if you're in favor, you rip off yes and put it in the ballot box. If you oppose it, you rip off no and put it in the ballot box. And then the polls will be open for an hour, and then we'll count the ballots.
So it looks like it's what, 6:17 according to the clock there?
Yes.
Provide that. Well, let's keep it
One
with
right in front and it has sign on it.
Blue and
Can
blue.
one of the ballot clerks keep track of the time too?
Yep,
I've
Jay's got it
but
down.
before the-
Listening to the Epsom
I think it was,
challenges, any things that keep you up at night?
We just had the legislature, they just proposed a moratorium on land biosolids.
Those are up on the podium. They're all on the-
That's our primary recycling method.
so I've been chatting with some people about the, I think Zach Quinn and his dad, Eric, from
hesitate to dig.
Spoken with them and then John Matta. I saw both of those and I chatted with them about.
So when it goes through the
For the
warrant,
They're
we've
both
got
very
to,
interested.
of course, we have to wait
For
because those
the
have to be
coffee
house.
PFAS.
And then it will shift into this, our regular.
Just trying to, the kids are getting older, I'm trying to shift more responsibility on them.
And
It's hard.
We
It's
emerge
hard. I know. They're still young.
They're still young.
Outcome of
Their lives are
the
just
Everything
busy.
in line.
Tell me.
And if they showed up at
Standard right
church
now, but it won't be done.
Sunday
possibly
morning,
till
it's
next
just
year.
dead in the water.
It's most kids. Most kids.
I'm hoping we can move things along.
Has everybody had an opportunity to vote?
The situation is different in Maine than it is in New Hampshire.
Let's move things along because we have to keep the ballots.
The clock going.
Yeah, the clock running.
Has everybody had the opportunity to vote? We will keep the ballot boxes open until that hour is run, but I don't want to interfere with anyone who's slower than me. So that brings us to Article 3, Langdon Street Water Distribution and Sewer Collection System Improvements. And it reads, to see if the district will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $5 million for the purpose of repairing and replacing water, $3,500 for the water distribution improvements, and sewer, $1,500 sewer collection improvements on Langdon Street, and to authorize the issuance of not more than $5 million of bonds or notes in accordance with the provisions of the Municipal Finance Act, RSA 33, and to authorize the commissioners to issue and negotiate such bonds and notes, and to determine the rates of interest thereon, to authorize the commissioners to expend such monies as they become available, and to pass any vote relating thereto, and furthermore, to authorize the commissioners to apply for and receive and expend other federal and state grants that may become available. Commissioners represent this appropriation. Is there a motion?
I so move.
Second.
Second.
Article 3 has been moved and seconded, which brings us to any discussion.
Sure. Yep. So Article 3 is Langdon Street Water and Sewer Main distribution and collection. It's about a 4,300 linear foot project consisting of water mains from 1910 to 1920 and also a section of 1950. And it's a mix of 6-inch and 8-inch cast iron throughout the high pressure zone of our water system. So the water system actually has 2 pressure zones fed from the tanks on Reservoir Road. The lower pressure zone feeds most of the lower elevation areas, as you can imagine, downtown Main Street, Tenny Mountain Highway, and then the high pressure zone feeds some of the top of Highland Street and some of these small side roads off of that down to Langdon Street, and then to the south to Thurlow, Parker, Stony Brook, and Chattering, which are all dead ends. So this is a main artery for all of those neighborhoods. And it's a very old line. Some sections, like I said, over 100 years old. And we had 5 major water main breaks on this section of line. The most notable and the latest one being 2022 was actually the water main broke under the culvert at Fox Park, which is a granite culvert that's over 100 years old. So we had to excavate.
200 years old.
We had to excavate part of that just to get down there to fix the break. So it's a critical line that we need to replace, upsize it all to 8-inch ductile iron, make it uniform, and then also reduce the risk for traffic and businesses that travel along this road. And then we have similar, it's a $3.5 million water and $1.5 million sewer. There's potential for the line being so old to have lead service connections at the main, so we want to get rid of those as get the lead out of our drinking water. And we'll also be looking for funding to support that. We do have funding for any lead services that we do find. We will replace them at no cost to the customers. So that's for any street, any connection within the community. But particularly, we're focusing on some of the oldest pipe in the system, and that's the highest likelihood that we'll find lead or galvanized lines. That's all I have for that one.
And one of those old lines, how much is still passable for water?
Maybe the size of a pencil tip. So, yeah, getting them out is important for water quality, but also for flow. Yeah.
Is it routine for the district to replace the lead pipes leading to a person's house without cost, or is that just in this project?
That's, no, we have a special grant for that that covers 100% of the cost from the connection at the main all the way into the meter. And that's rare because typically the ownership delineation is at the curb stop or the property line, and we own the section in the road, and the homeowner will own the section beyond the curb. So in this case, because of the funding that we received, we're able to pick up both sides of the line.
Relatively new state program.
Right.
Yeah.
But yes, it's not just for this project, it's for anyone that we identify in town, and that's one of our initiatives this year is to start doing more investigations. We have about 360 connections that are categorized as unknown, so we are going to be looking to speak with homeowners and businesses to identify the line coming through their basement to their meter, but then also on our section we'll be digging at the curb stop to identify the line to the road, the material of those lines.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you. Other questions? Barbara?
Not related to that, but whoever made the motion and whoever seconded, could I know who it is?
I made the motion.
Motion? And, okay, thank you.
Any other questions for Jason? This Jason.
I know, it always throws me off every time I come to the
Hearing none, we'll bring Article 3. 3?
Yep.
Okay, Article 3. All those in favor of Article, well, we're going to vote at the ballot boxes once again. What color is it this time?
Yellow.
Goldenrod? Okay.
Same color as the sign on the front.
Good. I'll try to match.
We were in the copier business and different color papers. We know those.
6:25 for the ballot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll declare the voting open, and if somebody,
I don't know, the lines to the box is awfully long.
okay, has everybody had an opportunity to vote? I think they have, and if you're not, please make yourself known. Seeing none, we'll move to Article 4. Sewer pump station number 4 upgrades. To see if the district will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $3,500,000, or $3,500,000. I'm reading it. For the purpose of upgrading the district's sewer pump station number 4, and to authorize the issuance of not more than $3,500,000 of bonds or notes in accordance with the provisions of the Municipal Finance Act, and to authorize the commissioners to issue and negotiate such bonds or notes and to determine the rate of interest thereon, to authorize the commissioners to expend such monies as they become available, and to pass any vote relating thereto, and furthermore to authorize the commissioners to apply for, receive, and expend other federal and state grants that may become available. The commissioners recommend this appropriation. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
This will be a paper ballot. Once more, we'll go to the vote. I should have done that.
Just
earlier,
pick
but,
one.
I'm sorry. Do you have another color? Ballot.
Orange.
Orange?
Do we have more about this tangerine?
I thought it was red, but
It's a tangerine.
Do we have a discussion on it?
yes, is there any discussion on the
You
article?
want to show me?
So warrant article number 4, strategically for sewer pump station number 4. This is our pump station. That's a little grayish blue building out right next to Burger King on the corner of Highland Street and Tenny Mountain Highway. And this pump station feeds wastewater all the way from that location currently up to the top of Emerson Street and Highland Street. So it's quite an elevation change there. We're working on a project that will realign that force main to come down along the Baker River here and tie into this pump station right across from the office. So that'll help relieve some of the issues we had in the past years with main breaks, sewer main breaks along the Baker River. So it's about time now that we look at this pump station itself and upgrade it. We're looking to convert the pump station. Currently it's called a dry can, wet can station. What that means is they have these pretty much these metal tin cans almost that are sunk in the ground about 25 feet, and one side collects the wastewater and the other side contains the pumps. And in order to access that those pumps and maintain that wet well, we actually have to go down 25 feet into the ground at this station. On the dry side, there's a single person elevator shaft that goes down in there, and that elevator is obsolete. We've had issues with that, and there's only one vendor that currently repairs and inspects that equipment. So it's a safety factor. If our staff get stuck down there, it's also a confined space.
Right.
So at all times they're monitoring for sewer gases and such. So we're looking to eliminate that. We're looking to convert it from that can setup to what we call a submersible station, where everything, all the controls, everything will be up above ground. Our staff don't have to go down to access the pumps, and we can actually pull the pumps right up and out with a chain fall and a lift. So that's exactly how the station across the street here was converted a couple of years ago, and we've had great success with that. So as you can see, we're also looking to potentially downsize the pumps and impellers, because we don't need such a big pump to pump it up the hill. We're coming flat across the grade here, and that'll also save energy at this site. This is one of the sites that we've identified the addition of solar to as well to offset the cost. So this site may be our next net zero location for the district. The first being this building we're in right here today. So we've also had several pump failures, and as you can imagine, some of these pumps, these are 75 horsepower pumps, they're about 900 pounds a piece, and we have to go down in the shaft, unbolt it all, put it on a chain fall, and raise it up in the shaft, and the shaft is only about a 6-foot diameter. So the staff are at the bottom trying to guide it up the shaft while another staff is pulling from the top. So it's a huge safety risk, and we dread doing it every time that we have to. So that's why we're putting forward this project today.
Sense of culture.
There we go. So it's a $3.5 million project, and again, funding pending on this project. If you have any questions, we'll take them now. If not, we can go to a vote.
Will it have capacity to handle the proposed development up in Tenny Mountain?
That's a good question.
Yep, so the current capacity of the station was built to accommodate the Tenny Mountain expansion in the late 80s. So it currently has the capacity. We wouldn't be downsizing the overall capacity, just the pump capacity, and we may have more pumps. So there's 2 pumps in there now. We may go to a 3-pump setup to allow for that expansion down the road and redundancy.
So you could add an additional pump on the system that's being planned.
Yep.
So it's modular.
Correct.
Yeah, it might be worthwhile pointing out how much we spend on electric every year for all the pumps that we use. And
Yeah, so
I forget what the exact number is, but it's a big.
The pump station out there, I think that's about, I think we get about a $1,500 bill a month for that particular pump station. The wastewater treatment plant is about $10,000 a month. for electricity usage, so
Yeah, so
It's
we're big
substantial.
consumers of energy,
Yep.
and that's why,
if not the largest in the town.
yeah,
And you're moving a lot of water.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Are there any other questions or comments? Seeing none, is this article ready to be voted on, Bob?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, all those in favor, we're gonna vote over there.
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna raise our hands, we have
We got
a
a ballot.
third ballot.
Ballot, left ballot,
Laurent.
orange.
Orange
The
ballot.
orange ballot.
Orange, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
6:30.
Is that what it is?
6:35, they're open,
Okay.
Insurance.
this one.
Andrew,
All right, I guess it's looking like
He
7:30.
declared it open. He declared it open. I can't help it, that's close enough to just reach over.
So please.
I didn't want to muddy the water, but that would be fine to do after all the votes.
Okay, well, while we're waiting for the votes to come through, we'll go to Article 5, to discontinue capital reserve funds. To see if the district will vote to discontinue the sewer, wastewater, TP, emergency pump, machinery repair capital reserve account at Meredith Village Savings Bank. Said funds were with accumulated interest to date of withdrawal are to be transferred to the district's water general fund. The current balance is $90.48. The commissioners recommend this appropriation. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second?
second.
Okay, Article 5 has been moved and seconded. We're done with the paper vote, so we'll just vote as far as I can see.
Yes.
Yes.
So all those in favor of Article 5, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Article 5 passes. And we move to Article 6, to discontinue capital reserve funds, again. To see if the district will vote to discontinue the water pump and motor repair capital reserve account at Meredith Village Savings Bank. Said funds with accumulated interest to date of withdrawal are to be transferred to the district's water general fund. The current balance is $3,069.25. The commissioners recommend this appropriation. All those in favor?
I so move.
Oh, move. Good.
Second.
I'm out of sync here. You know, once I get out of sync, I don't get in.
No worries.
Okay, we're moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Article 6 passes. Article 7, to deposit into water capital reserve funds. To see if the district will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $923,000 to be added to the water system's maintenance, repair, replacement capital reserve fund at Meredith Village Savings Bank. This sum to come from water unassigned fund balance. There's some of the strangest sentences in here.
Mm-hmm.
No amount to be raised from taxation. The commissioners recommend this appropriation.
So move.
Article 7 has been moved, and is it seconded?
Yep.
I'll second.
Okay. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. And Article 7 passes. Which brings us to Article 8, to deposit into sewer capital reserve funds. To see if the district will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $1,088,000 to be added to the sewer system maintenance, repair, replacement capital reserve fund at Meredith Village Savings Bank. This sum is to come from sewer unassigned fund balance, no amount to be raised from taxation. The commissioners recommend this appropriation. Is there a motion?
So move.
Is there a second? Article 8 has been moved and seconded. All those in favor? Is there any
Aye.
discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I'll get this down yet. Article brings us to Article 9, the water and sewer operating budget. To see if the district will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $5,263,646 for general district operations. This article does not include the appropriations contained in special or individual articles addressed separately. This appropriation will be funded through income from departments and not taxation, and $1,014,000 from unrestricted and undesignated fund balance, $553,000 from water unrestricted and undesignated fund balance, and $461,000 from sewer unrestricted and undesignated fund balance. The commissioners recommend this appropriation. Is there a motion?
So move.
Is it seconded? A second.
Second.
Article 9 has been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Discussion?
What's that?
I would,
Oh, discussion.
I would discuss this one, if
Okay.
anybody wishes to.
It is the budget.
It is the budget, is the main
Oh,
one.
yeah, okay, yeah, well, we discuss all of them.
It's
but,
not just accounting.
What was that?
It's not
Everybody?
just accounting. The
Yeah.
others, those four are just accounting.
Okay, is there discussion? More discussion? Any questions for
Just
the board?
wondering how it's invested?
How it's invested?
Yeah.
We have money in money market accounts with a higher interest rate than normal through Meredith Village Savings Bank, and we have money in the trustees of trust funds also.
In
Same
money
way,
market?
same thing, yes. I want to say that they're at 3.5 or 4%, somewhere there.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, if I may just add also, it's unusual that we use money from fund balance to offset our district operations budget, but this year we are proposing to pay down some debt. So this is what some of the unrestricted fund balance will be used for on both the water and wastewater side. And so we're reducing debt, but also bringing on debt, so that's part of our stabilization strategy.
and our stabilization strategy is we've planned out all of these projects in advance so that the rates don't go crazy, that there'll only be certain increases over a certain period of time, planned out 5 years in advance.
Any further discussion or questions? We'll bring it to a vote. All those in favor of Article 9 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Article 9 passes. Article 10, other business. Is there any other business, and anyone know of any other business that should be coming before this meeting? I'm not going to make any decisions tonight on any of these, but I mean, generally there isn't. I assume there's no more business? Oh,
I
Barbara.
have the swearing in for Philip Hammond.
Do I come to you?
Either way, I can, we meet halfway.
Meet you in the middle.
I'll do this right here. You'll just repeat after me. You can put your hand up. I, Philip Hammond of Plymouth, New Hampshire,
I, Philip Hammond of Plymouth, New Hampshire,
do solemnly swear and affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially perform
that I will faithfully and impartially perform
all the duties incumbent on me as Commissioner of the Plymouth Village Water and Sewer District.
all the responsibilities.
All the
or-
duties. All the duties
All the duties
Incumbent.
incumbent upon me
as
as
Commissioner,
Commissioner of the Plymouth Village Water and Sewer District,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeable to the rules and regulations
and agreeable to the rules and regulations
of the district,
of the district,
and that I will bear faith and true allegiance
and that I will bear faith and true allegiance
to the state of New Hampshire
to the state of New Hampshire
and the United States of America,
and the United States of America,
and will support the constitutions thereof.
and will support the constitutions thereof.
Now you have to sign.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
anything else to come before this?
Other than his
Yes.
kids calling him.
They're watching online, say congratulations.
Yeah.
They meant to text, I'm sorry.
So while we wait.
Yes, right, while we're waiting for the
Polls to close.
polls to close for those couple of articles, we will move on to our regular meeting, and let's start off with approving the minutes from the meeting on February 10. If I could have a motion there, please.
Sure, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from February 10th, 2026.
I will second.
All right, so all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Payroll and AP manifests, so I need a motion there, please, to,
Sure, I'll make the motion to approve the payroll and manifest, and the AP manifest
since the last meeting.
since the last meeting.
Right.
Seconded.
All those in favor for this?
Aye.
Aye.
Could you pass those down for me so I can
Ah, yes.
review and sign?
All of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think I
all of
need
them.
all.
Yeah. Chris and I have signed them.
Yep. All right, so on to new business. The first thing up here is the designation of authority. This is for the wastewater master plan, state revolving fund loan. So we need a board vote to designate me as the authorizing individual for this. So
I'll make a
Wait, motion there,
motion to approve Chris Woods as the chair, as the designate oh no, wait a second, that's your name. The designate for the WW Master Plan, CWSRF loan.
Clean Waters,
Clean Water.
state revolving fund.
State revolving fund.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So that motion passes. So no signature required there. Next up is the grant agreement for lead and copper. This is a $60,000 grant, and so we need a motion here to authorize me to sign this on behalf of the district.
I'll make a motion to authorize you to, Chris Woods, Commissioner, Chair, to sign it on behalf of the district.
Second.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion passes. Any other new business? Jason or Kim?
Chris, Jason has one item to add.
Oh, okay.
We also have an agreement with Wright Pierce to work on that grant with us.
Okay.
So we would ask for the authorization to proceed with that work through Wright Pierce.
Wright Pierce are the engineers that we work with.
Right. So we need a motion to authorize Wright Pierce to work on this grant for the lead and copper.
Is there a certain amount of money designated for that?
The $60,000.
The $60,000.
Yep.
Do we
So-
need to include
so
that?
the scope of that work will be updating our asset management plan and GIS maps in order to be able to identify that material in the field and then convert it to a DES template that's required for EPA reporting. So there's a bunch of conversion in there, work from GIS to spreadsheet tracking.
And what are we calling that project again?
That's the lead and copper rule, lead and copper rule inventory project.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll make a motion to approve Wright Pierce to do the lead and copper rule inventory project.
Seconded.
All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That motion passes. Other old business administrator, Kim?
Have two housekeeping items in front of you. One is the requirement for the investment policy to be signed annually. There have been no changes to the policy, it's just a formality for the auditors.
Okay.
The second is a new policy on bank reconciliation, which was directed by the audit from 2024. So we just have to make sure that we have that policy in place, and I'll need all three commissioners to sign.
Right, okay, so these are just, there's no motion, these are just signatures?
Once your signatures are on it, that'll be fine.
Okay. So the bank reconciliation policy is, the purpose is the Board of Commissioners affirms its responsibility for financial governance and internal controls and hereby adopts a policy to ensure consistent and transparent fiscal management. Your way. All right, so Jason, Director of Operation reports.
Sure. So DeFelice has been working on the corrective action for the chemical pumps at Foster Street. They installed the pumps and for caustic treatment, and they were faulty. So we've negotiated with them to replace those pumps with a different style pump that we've also had good success with. And they installed those earlier this week, and so far everything's been working great. So
Those are where? Over at the wells?
At the new wells.
that's over at Foster
At the new
Street.
wells.
Yep.
Oh, at Foster Street.
Yep, at the current treatment facility. So they worked on that this week, and they've also indicated once we get fully thawed out, they will work through the remaining punch list items and wrap that project up, hopefully by June timeframe. And then this past week, we've had Bernice's subcontractor in town to repair one of the lining installations up near the intersection of Broadway on Highland Street.
Oh, yeah, I read that it got stuck, right?
Yeah, so that the original installation of the pipe liner, there was a breach in that, and there was a section that essentially pulled apart when it cured, so it tore the liner. So they had to go back in and cut the liner out and then install a short liner, they call it. And in the process to do that, they put essentially an airbag in the pipe inside the liner. They mix a 2-part epoxy, slather it all over the fiberglass, throw it in the pipe, and then expand the airbag so that the lining adheres to the wall of the pipe. And for one reason or another, I believe the liner got caught and bunched up, and then when they went to go expand the airbag, it didn't expand uniformly, and that pipe cured on the airbag, and they couldn't pull it out either direction. So they had to go in and actually, with a robot, go down the pipe and cut out the end of the airbag that was obstructing them from pulling it out, and then they were able to slide it down the pipe the other way. And then they went back in and cut the section of liner out that was bunched up, because it was restricted to about 4 inches in an 8-inch pipe. And they cut that out, and then they went back in and installed the liner section again, and they had success the second time. So it's always a process, and it never fails when you're doing construction projects to have things like that come up. But we corrected it, and it looks good from here on out. You have a good pipe.
Sounds like a bad day.
And then Sargent Corporation, who was working on the sewer force main project, has completed all of the hammering of the ledge down along the Baker River behind the high school. in preparation of running the main there this spring. And then they had a delivery of pipe over here near the gardens. And they started fusing 400-foot sections of that pipe to get it ready for once the ground thaws out, they can go right in and start on that project. They've been also coordinating directly with the garden folks to try to avoid any disruptions or impacts there. And I think they've come to an agreement to actually construct this section first thing in April, as soon as the ground thaws, and then the rest of the year, the garden folks shouldn't be impacted.
Oh, that's great,
That's
yeah.
great.
Been
Yeah.
great
Very
communications
thoughtful.
there. Yep.
Nice.
Excellent.
And then just today, we actually put out an RFP for our solar project that we talked about. So that request for proposal will include, was sent out to 5 firms, and they all have an opportunity to provide a proposal for that project. And I believe the closing of that will be in early April. We need a 30-day bid opening period for that. And that RFP can be found on our website under news and events and under the RFP page. And then we also sent out a request for qualifications and RFQ for engineering services. So Wright Pierce has notified us that, at least in their wastewater group, they're not able to take on some of our newer projects because of their capacity. They just don't have the workforce to complete the projects within a timely manner, and felt that we could be better served by going elsewhere. So we've also drafted an RFQ for engineering and submitted that to, I believe I sent it to 6 or 7 firms that were highly recommended.
Wright Pierce.
Yep, and I also send it to Wright Pierce that if and when capacity allows, we would still like to continue to work with you, so not ruling them completely out either. But yeah, the RFQ is also on our website, and that we'll be getting scope of work proposals from folks, or scope of qualification proposals from those firms sometime in early April as well.
What is RFQ? It's request
For qualifications.
qualifications.
So it's a qualifications-based selection, not a cost-based selection. So
Okay.
you pick someone with the correct qualifications, and then you negotiate cost
Cost with them.
afterwards. Yeah, and that's what DES requires as part of the selection process.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So those 2 are currently open and on our website, so everyone can go and take a look, and feel free to share them with any qualified firms.
Great.
Oh, great, yeah,
It's been a
thank you.
busy year, Jason. You've really done great work.
And that's all I have for tonight.
Okay. So next up, we have purchase recs. I usually read these all off, so I'm going to go through them now. Northeast Electrical Distributors, smoke and other detectors, $393.56. Tie Sales for meters, $6,502.72. Tie Sales again, extended maintenance agreement, $1,582.32. Sinel Auto Parts, hydraulic hoses, $730.59. American Backflow Products, gauges, etc., $294.57. Sherman-Williams Paint, $1,202.92. Belmore for Vectoring, total there is $24,200. Wait a minute, is that right? Yes, that is $24,200. And Penta Corporation, temporary fix for sludge.
Conveyors. The
Conveyors, yes.
I actually have a hole worn in the bottom of them, so they're going to come in and fix that.
Yep, so that's $4,750. DeRozier's Automotive, truck repair, $1,177.17. Black Maple Diesel and Auto, $570. Manchester Hose and Coupling, $929.60. Impact Fire Services, annual inspection, $977.50, for a total of $43,310.95. That's what we're spending money on lately.
Did we have two of those that we need to sign?
Yes, there was this, and then there was, wait a minute, no, that's the authorization to vote. Where
This
did it,
one is
that's the bank reconciliation, where is?
the investment policy.
Right, investment.
That's, still got.
Oh, now it's
Okay,
looking
now
at that,
that's-
okay. Oh, at this time, I'd like to thank Quentin for his help with every year at the annual meeting, and you've been doing this since 2018 when we reached out to you and you said yes, and we thank you very much for doing this for as many years as you have.
Well, thank you all for your help tonight, too.
Yeah.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure.
So we have some time to wait while these polls stay open. So if there's any public comment, don't hesitate to speak up, but we're gonna take a
Or
break
any
here
questions anybody
until,
has.
Malik has signed, okay. So there is the investment.
He was like hesitant. So finally Kevin pulled the trigger. He did that over February vacation.
I was wondering why the police didn't do it.
Nate was on vacation. Nate never hasn't asked me to do anything.
And
They haven't had electrical fires.
Exactly. They've got flooded cells and everything else.
they have so many other things going on right now with the changing in chiefs and everything else that I'm sure
Yeah.
that wasn't the highest priority.
I know, but the fire department got a lot of praise last night, and the police got none.
Well, I mean, I've put it out there, and again, that's why, when I'm in charge of PVTV, I ask all the departments.
It'll be important when they go to raise the money for the building.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
I'm sure-
that's gonna be tough.
That is-
30 million bucks.
A lot of that will be covered by grants, though, I believe.
Well, it's yes.
Yep, now it's the first one.
Well, I don't mean to read your form, but Brian spells it with a Y, not an A.
I did know that.
An I. B-R-Y-A-N.
Yeah. I have other questions I'd like to ask him. This copy of last year's.
That would be Article 2.
Article 2.
Article 2?
Yes, Article 2.
It was voted, passed 11-0. So, I don't know if we did 3/5 of a 0 like that.
Postmaster, the postmaster's office was in the front corner of the house. Oh, cool. I was able to get the original desk. Across the road, got
So I was attributing the different colors last night to people making a mistake, but people are putting their whole thing in there, thinking they're gonna staple it all.
When I was a teenager in the 70s,
Not very bright. Not very bright.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay. Last time. He did not stay there. He must have gone off the side door. I never saw him. I didn't go see him. And 7 years ago, I would have noticed that. You know, last year, the market, I came back to me. I remember when I got home. I remember thinking, okay, I can take this table, tip it down, tip it over. I mean, that was the first I ever come across it. And I kept, when he said, you want to announce that one? Article 3?
Well, do it normally, and then we'll do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Okay, so we get it on.
So he has it here, but with everyone chatting,
Yes.
I've asked Quentin if he would do all three quietly afterwards
Oh, okay.
for the recording.
Yeah, well, I am.
Senior.
11-0.
Something is just before you go into it.
I feel like.
Thank you, Quentin.
Oh,
11-0, that passed.
So 3/5 of 11 is 6.6.
but now in phase we're all kind of
No, you have to, look, you have to follow the LG and or BBC. You have to follow foreign news because we get numbers.
This hospital. And he said, because the bomb What do you think? The official count?
See the pass?
Oh, yeah.
11 yes, 0 no.
Okay, donkey. It's done.
That's done. There were 11 ballots cast for Article 2, 11 yes and 0 no. So Article 2 passes. Article 3, once again, 11 yes, 0 no. Article 3 passes. Article 4, 11 yes ballots, 0 no ballots. Article 4 passes.
It's great.
So 33 yes and 0 no's.
So now any other business comes to this meeting, and we can wrap it up.
Okay, thank you. Well, monkey business, I don't know what it is. Anyway, any other business to come before this meeting? Because Bob says I'm gonna wrap it up. So we are adjourned.
Thank you.
We've actually done a better job for you.